humans naturally cruel and selfish? It's an age-old debate. Selfishness refers to the tendency to prioritize one's own needs and desires over others, while cruelty involves the infliction of harm or suffering on others. These traits can manifest in various forms, from small acts of self-interest to extreme acts of violence. The question of whether humans are naturally selfish and cruel has been debated by scholars, philosophers, and scientists for centuries. There are several perspectives on this issue. From biological and evolutionary perspectives, there's something called selfish gene theory, proposed by Richard Dawkins. This theory suggests that humans, like all living beings, are driven by the imperative to survive and reproduce, which can lead to selfish behaviors. According to this view, our genes promote behaviors that increase our own survival and reproduction chances, even if they appear selfish. Another concept is the evolution of cooperation. On the other hand, many evolutionary biologists argue that cooperation and altruism have been essential for human survival. The ability to work together, form communities, and help one another has given humans a significant evolutionary advantage. From psychological perspectives, Sigmund Freud wrote about innate aggression. Freud and other psychologists have suggested that humans have an innate tendency towards aggression and cruelty, driven by unconscious desires and instincts. Then there's social conditioning. Many psychologists believe that cruelty and selfishness are not innate but learned behaviors. According to this view, societal structures, upbringing, and personal experiences shape individuals' tendencies towards these behaviors. From philosophical perspectives, Thomas Hobbes famously argued that humans are naturally selfish and brutish, and that only a strong, authoritative state can prevent societal chaos. Philosopher Jean-Jacques Rousseau countered this by claiming that humans are naturally good and that society corrupts them, leading to selfish and cruel behaviors. From socio-cultural perspectives, there's the idea of cultural relativism. Different cultures have different norms and values, which can influence behaviors. What one culture views as selfish or cruel might be seen differently in another cultural context. In a historical context, human behavior is also influenced by historical contexts. For instance, during times of scarcity and conflict, behaviors might lean more towards selfishness and cruelty, while in times of abundance and peace, cooperative and altruistic behaviors might be more prevalent. Numerous psychological studies on altruism have shown that humans are capable of remarkable acts of altruism and kindness, often going out of their way to help others, even at a personal cost. In studies on cruelty, conversely, experiments like the Milgram experiment and the Stanford Prison experiment have demonstrated how situational factors can lead ordinary people to commit cruel acts. Historical examples of cruelty offer a window into the darker aspects of human behavior and their impact on society. From ancient civilizations to modern conflicts, instances of extreme cruelty have left lasting scars on communities and shaped the course of history. Nature versus nurture. Debate. In the age-old debate of whether selfishness is inherent or learned. On one side of the spectrum are arguments supporting the idea that humans are naturally inclined towards selfishness. Evolutionary psychologists posit that selfish behaviors may have provided survival advantages in our ancestral past, leading to the persistence of these traits in modern humans. Conversely, theories proposing that selfishness is a learned behavior influenced by environmental factors shed light on the role of nurture in shaping human behavior. Social learning theory suggests that individuals acquire selfish tendencies through observation and reinforcement of behaviors in their social environment. Both nature and nurture interact in complex ways to shape human behavior. While our genetic predispositions may influence our inclinations towards selfishness, our environment and upbringing can either reinforce or mitigate these tendencies. The values instilled during childhood, the societal expectations placed on individuals, and the reinforcement of certain behaviors all contribute to shaping how individuals navigate their own self-interest in relation to others. Personality traits associated with selfishness and cruelty often include traits such as narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. Individuals exhibiting these traits may prioritize their own needs and desires over others, displaying a lack of empathy and concern for the well-being of those around them. The nature of human behavior is complex and cannot be distilled into a simple dichotomy of selfishness and cruelty versus altruism and kindness. Humans are capable of both, and individual behavior is influenced by a myriad of factors, including biological imperatives, psychological conditioning, social structures, cultural norms, and personal experiences. In essence, while there are elements of selfishness and cruelty in human nature, there are equally powerful tendencies towards cooperation, altruism, and kindness. Understanding the balance of these traits can help in creating environments that foster the more positive aspects of human behavior.